Okay,
They not sick or something?
we talked about errors and mistakes.
Ninja.
Things to ensure, so that they don't turn out to be errors and mistakes, we're gonna go over. Remember, time saved, also money.
I did it anyway.
Ensure you have the right consumer name. All activities consumers need to be recorded, times need to be recorded. Keep information objective, we just talked about that. Penmanship does matter, handwriting. Initial and sign, don't forget. Overlap, can anybody tell me what overlap is? Can anybody give me
Kinda
an
like a
example?
Staffs are working different shifts on the home and writes.
Let's say we're working together. You're working 4 to 12, I'm working 4 to 8.
Okay.
So tell me what you think about it.
Well, I've already written my stuff out and you're writing over it.
Okay, let's say we're both working and I decide to take Cindy out for an ice cream and I come back.
And you don't write it down?
Shouldn't I be writing it down?
Yes, ma'am.
You shouldn't be writing it down.
No, ma'am.
Right. Did you guys get that? Overlap? You guys know what's up with
Both of us
overlap?
don't have to write it. The
So
one
you're,
that does the thing is supposed to be the one that writes it.
you're primary. Let's say you're
Yes,
primary
ma'am.
at the house.
Yes, ma'am.
So you write it before. You're
Before
the
you
primary
do.
person, but since I took her out for ice cream, I better make sure that I noted that down in that narrative or something, right?
Say like right now that I'm over here and, cause I work 4 to 12 and so I'm the one writing it. So Norma writes it 4 to 8 or what? 'Cause she's gonna get off.
No,
at 8
if you're
o'clock.
doing 4 to 12 and between 1 and 2 she took her for ice cream, then you're gonna stop at 1, she's gonna write between 1 and 2, then you're gonna start again at 2.
Oh,
Okay, let's say you're working at Nottingham.
okay.
We're working tonight. You're at the house right now, and I say, hey, I'm gonna go take Cindy out for ice cream. I'll be back. I'm gone for an hour. I'm gone from 6 to 7. So when you log from 4 to 6, you let me log from 6 to 7 because I had Cindy with me from 6 to 7. And then you log the remainder.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys know that? You guys do that?
No, there's always,
No, I go over, like I'll be running from 8 in the morning till 10, but I go over the 10. And then, I don't know, maybe the other staff that's coming in at 12, that should be writing the rest.
What hours are you supposed to be working?
8 to 8. But I figured the whole time I'm there, maybe I should write about what I'm doing with the staff. you
So
know,
you're working 8
for
to
the
8. What
individuals.
other hours is the other staff working?
12 to 12.
How does that work?
The 12 to 12s are the ones that should be writing.
Right,
Oh.
because you're the secondary staff, remember I talked about that?
As if you're writing as a, the way you're writing, then you're overlapping.
Right.
Okay, see, like me, I'll write like, okay, I got.
The only
here at
way
8,
you're gonna
they
write
would
is if
eat
they write up
breakfast or
until 8
something.
o'clock, and then you write from 8 to 8, and then they start again from 8 to 12. That's the only way it's not gonna overlap. But if they're charting and you're charting, we're double charting.
Right.
See, I think
You're
that's what it
second
was.
staff, you shouldn't be
Cause
charting.
at first, when I was first went on the home, I didn't chart at all.
But
When
I
you're
think-
8 to 8, you shouldn't
I
on the
think
weekends.
where I saw that you charted and was you charted on the carryover on everybody, like that one time that I noticed it. And you didn't chart on my shift anyway, the 12, because I was 12 to 12. Then the other 12 to 12 came in after me. And you charted that one time that you were there, you charted in the carryover. It wasn't on the regular SDL.
I don't understand that.
The Passover book?
Yeah, the Passover.
Okay.
Passover. I noticed that one time with her.
So
I don't know
if
if
you're
she's
working,
done-
if
she
you're
hasn't
working
done all
8
my
to
shift.
8 and that
It
other
was-
person's working 12 to 12, they're primary, so they chart, you don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Unless you take, you're loaning the consumer for a period of time.
Okay, unless you take me, I'm the consumer, unless you take me to go out to
Okay.
eat and then you take me to Family Dollar, because I know they like to go to Family Dollar, I do too.
Mhm.
Unless you take me to Family Dollar and we're gone for 3 hours, let's say we're gone from 4
So
to
I
7.
don't chart at all when I get there in the morning till at night?
No, you don't
Unless
have
you're the
to.
primary
8 to 8 doesn't have
caregiver.
The 8 to
Really?
8 does not have to chart.
Then why did I have to?
You didn't,
You didn't listen.
Why was it in the chart, the person that was working after somebody else, like the 12 to 12 at night till 12 in the morning was there, and then I get out there at 8?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that
So-
you did it in the
Passover?
Passover book, but, and matter of fact, when I came in, I noticed you did that. and
Which
I-
house is this?
Southland,
This
For last
particular-
week?
for this
It
week.
was, oh, I don't know about this week.
Okay.
I-
Well, she's just checking them, she'll catch it and
Yeah.
she'll let you know.
Because I'll say, if it was last week, I didn't see anything like that.
Did they report to you that
From when they signed.
when the lights went out and everything, that we lost everything on the
I
computer?
don't understand.
No.
I took my
So
PT on
we
that.
did.
Sunday.
My
So-
question is,
I don't know if they got it
If
back
you're,
or
if
not
you're working, if
after
you're
I left.
working 8 to 8 and they're working 12 to 12, they're primary are in the home. But if you
Cookies
take me to the
and
store
We'll still have it on
from
backup.
Yeah.
4 to 7,
And
those
those
3
papers,
hours.
we filled
Do
out,
what?
you know, the
But
papers
if you
every time
took me to the
anyway,
store
but
for those 3 hours and wasn't in the house,
She couldn't
you
get
gotta
back
start
into it.
where we were at.
Just on the one person that you took,
No, I
that
think
you
I know
took,
what she
the one
means.
person that you took to the
Like,
store.
how she said
Only
12 to
that.
12, she came in at 8, because I think I do the same thing.
She's eight.
You have to do from like 12 to 8. that you- like, that you have until somebody else-
I don't have them.
We're doing
Somebody's
something.
always there with me.
You're
Yeah,
signing
that-
on to
she's-
somebody.
she's not the
Because I
primary.
relieve you.
But in the
I go from
book,
12 to 8 and
okay.
you pick 'em up.
the person that works with me during the afternoon and night, okay, is put in the book that I have to do from 8 to 10.
Who's that?
I'm not saying names right now.
Well, I'm gonna find
Well,
out.
how about-
You're gonna find out anyway.
How
You work
How
with
about
Marjorie
you,
and
how about you
Deborah.
talk
Yeah.
to Naomi
Yeah,
after class?
after
That's,
class.
you wanna get the straight shot, the straight answer? Talk to
When I
her.
come in at 8 in the afternoon, I'm by myself, 8 to 12.
Okay.
This is not in my shift, but the 12 to 12.
Okay,
I
let's
noticed
continue
you
on
did that.
errors and mistakes, guys, okay? Because we're running out of time. Ensure your commentary is not redundant. What I mean by that is if you're writing the same thing every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, Dads doesn't want to see that. I'm sure that the consumers probably do the same thing every day, but I'm sure something changes up, and the only way it's gonna change up is if you're interacting with them. If I'm the consumer and you play chess with me on Monday, what did we do different on Tuesday? What did you interact with me on Wednesday? What did you do with me on Thursday? It's not, I can't be doing the same thing every day aside from taking meds, eating,
But some of them
taking a
do.
shower.
Some
Right,
of
some
them-
of them, like the disabled ones, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say their names. Some of them, yes, but you still have to have some form of interaction.
Yes, ma'am.
That's supposed to happen.
It's still gonna be a little bit different because they're gonna have
Did they
different
appear?
reaction to
mood?
the food that you feed
Right.
them, you know, to their surroundings.
Okay, and on the incident reports, you guys, you said yes, you nodded your heads, you guys know what the incident reports. When something happens and you mark, you fill out that incident report, that incident report needs to match up with that SDL, it needs to correspond. So if you write an incident report and you don't write it in your narrative, and then she's asking you, hey, what happened? What do you mean, I did an incident report? But you didn't put it in here. It has to correspond. Go ahead.
When I had the training, I was also trained to put it on the comment section of our log, that information is there. And then you can go into some detail as to kind of what happened to inform the next person coming on the shift if they're in a bad mood or things that need to be taken care of, but then that also that the
The summary,
the narrative and then the incident report.
okay.
But that the main mention of it is, the times is blood pressure, the nerves, the time, that kind of stuff. I teach to put it in the log
Okay.
on the comment
Is
section.
that how y'all trained them?
I've only trained 3 of the people in here.
Okay. But
That's how I
But the
train.
main thing is, if it happens on the incident, it has to happen on the SDL.
Right. And I train them that it has to read all the way across
Yeah.
on all paperwork.
Because if you do the incident and there's nothing in here, you get to come back and fix it.
Right.
And there's just, I've included, and I'm sorry that the things didn't come out the way they're supposed to. Okay, we're gonna do a training activity. We're gonna do 2 groups, 2 groups, 2 groups, 3 groups. Okay, so that's 1, so that's 4 groups. Okay.
I don't understand.
It won't take long. Keep this down. Did you stay?
You did.
Keep these down until I tell you guys otherwise. You guys are working in a group. Since you're in a group. You guys wanna work in a group? And you also work in a group. Can I get through? I'm not that skinny.
Did you just give us one?
Did I? Oh, okay. Well, you know what, you can keep